I can proudly say that I've gone 1 year without social media now. And in the past, I used to always like delete the app whenever I wanted to be off social media. I would delete Instagram, for example, Snapchat, and then maybe a few months later, I would reinstall them and then, find my account and everything would be as it was. So about a year ago, I decided to actually just delete my account, especially Instagram, because I was really addicted to Instagram more than anything, because I would follow a lot of fitness pages, a lot of Islamic pages, and it was just a nice, app. Nice, I say, right? Nice app to use to just, waste some time and scroll and, zone out for a little bit. And Snapchat for me was mainly for socializing with some of my close friends. This may be like an old trend, but I guess like keeping up streaks with people. Not because it was like interesting to see the pictures or anything like that. It was mostly for just trying to be, sociable, I guess, which is really ironic because there's nothing social about that. So yeah, I can finally say that I've gone a long time without social media now, and I'm very, very happy without social media. And this is just an introduction. So I want to actually talk about how, like, why is social media so powerful? Like, why is everyone addicted? I think the reason is it's just, and I'm sure you know this as well, but it's such a comfort zone. That's the main thing. It's a comfort zone where you feel like you're engaging with the world, you feel like you're socializing, you feel like you're getting exposed to new experiences like adventures or watching these videos. I don't know, let's say you're watching one of those like crazy Red Bull videos where people do crazy stuff and you feel like you're getting that adrenaline rush, and it's a synthetic version of life essentially. It's virtual reality kind of, right? So it's such a comfort zone in the comfort of your own bed or your own chair or whatever, your car, wherever you are, right? You can access unlimited videos, novelty, anything that you want, anything that you're interested in. And obviously, the content has been getting more fast paced, more hyper edited, just extremely tailored for you to be hooked. So that's why everyone's addicted essentially. Like it's exactly what you like. So you're watching what you like. The algorithm feeds you what you want to listen to and watch and engage with. So you get exactly what you want, and it's perfectly designed for you to watch it and be engaged with it. And then it gives you a sense of achievement, a sense of social connection, a sense of adventure, as I said, a sense of fulfillment. All of it is fake, obviously, but biologically, your brain and your body, they can't necessarily differentiate, between an actual experience in real life and an experience that you experience vicariously through the phone, if that makes sense. So, because your body doesn't innately know that this is a phone, like this is a screen. Maybe if you brought someone from, I don't know, like 10,000 years ago, and you show them a video on a phone, they would be like, "Oh, who's this person?" Like, they kind of freak out. Like, this person, like, how are they so small? Like, hiding behind that like small gadget. Nobody, like, your body doesn't innately understand that, this is a screen and this is not real. So, you should, my body shouldn't get affected by it. So it makes perfect sense why everyone's addicted, right? It is designed to be addictive. People spend millions, if not billions, like these companies, to train AI, train people for these products to be extremely addictive and very captivating, right? So since you clicked on this video, I'm sure you're interested in deleting social media, and you may have already done that. So thank you for watching anyway. Um, but yeah, so I just want to talk about some of the consequences. I've written some down here. So I think some of the mental consequences that you can experience from social media use, and it's not only Instagram. It can be Instagram, it can be YouTube as well, Reddit, Snapchat, TikTok. Thankfully, I never ever used TikTok. Like I've never downloaded it, so I'm very proud of that. Because I was like a bit older when it became a thing, so never really got to me. And I knew it was like if I downloaded TikTok, I was that was like the last straw, you know, that was gonna really ruin my life because I knew that TikTok was extremely just, I don't know, it was gonna break my mind essentially. So some of the mental consequences are obviously lower attention span. You know, I really struggled with attention span, like in lectures, at university, or just reading a book, trying to listen to a video, whatever. I would constantly find myself getting distracted, not paying attention. I'd have to read the same sentence over and over. And I'm sure you've experienced this. This is just a universal experience at this point. So it's horrible. Like being such a distracted person, and you get some sort of like induced, like iatrogenically induced ADHD state, which is not cool, right? So that's one. And then fake sense of achievement and accomplishment is very true because you can watch a lot of like these success videos, um, people, you know, succeeding in life, buying new houses, whatever, new cars, all like watches, whatever you watch, right? I used to watch mainly fitness stuff and health stuff and religious stuff. So you keep watching these things and you find yourself like, oh, you feel something, you feel good. As I said, your body, your brain, they can't comprehend that this is not reality. So you get a sense of achievement, sense of fulfillment, which will bite you back because that means you're not going to do anything because now you're hunger satiated, right? Another one is anxiety, and it's kind of linked to the other one, which is comparison. So you're definitely going to become more anxious if you keep comparing yourself to others who have succeeded in life, but you never know what happens behind the screens, right? Or behind the cameras. So you become more anxious because everyone's moving on in life, everyone's improving, everyone's succeeding, everyone's like graduating from post grad schools, whatever. Everyone's, you know, making huge amounts of money, building new businesses, whatever. They're in the best relationship of their life with someone that they love, and everything's perfect. And you see these people who only post pictures. I mean, I used to have a private Instagram account for myself. Like I would only post for myself because I was like tracking my progress and videos. And at some point, I decided to make it like public just for my friends. And I remember like the pictures I posted on there of me in the gym were just ridiculous. Like I don't look like that in real life, you know? When I see the picture, I'm like, who's this guy? Like, mashallah, this is actually crazy. Like, and I don't look anything like that in real life. Like I look like normal, right? That picture looks so freaky. So, and those people that post online, maybe in person, they don't look normal, if that makes sense. Maybe they're that good, right? Or they look that beautiful or that jacked. So you can only wonder what's going to happen if they actually like be in the best lighting and hit the best poses when they're posting their pictures and editing the pictures. I never used to edit my pictures. So you can only imagine how that's going to be just so skewed and so unhealthy for you to see. And I used to have really, not really bad, I'm not going to exaggerate, but like bad body dysmorphia. Like I would look at myself in the mirror, I'd be like, you know what, like I feel like I'm not muscular enough, I'm not lean enough, I'm not big enough, that kind of thing. Why? Because I was looking at, first of all, people who are not natural, so they're taking steroids, right? And second of all they do is work out. They don't have a life. I have a life. I have a career. I have passions, and I'm doing this as well, which is something I love. I read books. I do a lot of things. I have a family. So these people have nothing to do in their life. So that's two. Three, um, they're editing their pictures, right? They're hitting the best poses and the best lighting after a huge workout with a pump and all of that. And this is from the men's side, right? It can be even like in the looks maxing community as well. Same thing, poses, lighting, whatever, right? And they're not using, they're undergoing plastic surgery. Like, come on. And for women, same thing. These women are, again, they get plastic surgery, they edit their pictures. Some of them are even AI, they're not even real. So you're just looking at these extreme examples and you think that's normal. Like I'll give you an example, like at the gym, for example, like some people hit numbers at the gym that are considered like 1% in the population. And then you go on Instagram, you see people lifting that like it's nothing. And then you begin to lose sense of reality essentially. And can develop body dysmorphia. You can really hate yourself. It can really affect your self-esteem. So it can get really bad, you know. So that's a mental uh, consequence, which is comparison. And anxiety, again, it can be even biological as well, from all the, dopamine that you're putting into your system just makes you very like on the edge. This is not scientific or anything like that. Even though I'm like um, an academic person, I'm doing a master's at the moment, so I can talk science, but I don't want to. I just want to keep this like kind of carefree, kind of laid back, just like I would talk to a friend. Um, Feeling behind in life and overthinking, same thing. So feeling behind in life, just seeing these hyper successful people, and trust me, like success is defined by the person. If you define your success as sleeping early, waking up early, eating the right food, working out, 2 or 3 times a week, and being close with your family, if that's success to you, then man, you're the most successful person. They're shoving all of these successes or ideas of success in our faces, and we don't need that. Yeah, and overthinking. Again, if you keep bombarding your brain with all of these different things, like one post is about, I don't know, nature. The second post is about mental health. Oh, actually, I used to follow a lot of mental health stuff, so because I love mental health and I'm quite passionate about it. But yeah, so you see another post about mental health. Oh, like I don't know, narcissistic people. And you keep thinking about that, and you remember your past, and you keep going down a bad rabbit hole, and you, I don't know, reminisce, and then you just, I don't know, you just overthink, and you can't sleep, and then that affects your next day, and then I don't know, the post you see on the next day is about, I don't know, like football, for example, even though I don't watch football, but like football. And then, I don't know, your team has lost or what. Like, it's just, what is this? Like, come on. All right. Next part is social. So, social problems, obviously, it goes without saying that our generation is one of the most, excuse me, one of the most loneliest generations of all time, if not the loneliest, I think. Which is ironic because we have social media, right? We're able to connect with people. We have a lot of followers, we have a lot of, I don't know, friends, subscribers, whatever it is. Like you feel like you're connected, but you're not connected. You're just kidding yourself because you're connected to a screen. That's it. So social disconnection is huge, right? And it's gonna make you feel lonelier and lonelier. And I see a lot of people, and I used to be on Reddit, and I would see people like, oh, trying to make friends online. Like I'm not making fun of them, obviously, because it's not easy, right? Social loneliness and isolation, it's just not easy. It's really hard these days, and I feel for them, and I have been there as well. But the point is, it's it's just very disconnected from reality. You shouldn't be able to, have these virtual like friendships. What is this? Like, okay, sure, I might call a person whenever I want to, and that'd be very convenient. But being friends online is just something that never worked for me. Like I could never do that. If I want you as a friend, or I treat you as a friend, or I see you as a friend, like I have to see you, I have to touch you, I have to like connect with you. Like it's like virtual friendships. What is this, man? So yeah, it induces a lot of loneliness that we already have. So just like loneliness that piles up or piles on top of loneliness. Um, yeah, so kind of similar and related to that, which is fear of missing out. And this was huge for me. Like seeing your friends going out, whatever, they're traveling, you see people doing fun things that you want to do, but you're stuck at home, you can't do them, you have a lot of obligations, whatever responsibilities, and you feel like you're missing out. The fear of missing out, what they call FOMO, is huge, and it can really destroy your mood and make you feel down. And if you keep constantly seeing these people, whether friends or strangers online, and you see them on Instagram, on TikTok, whatever it is, and they're doing the fun things that you've always wanted to do, trust me, that's going to ruin your mood so much. Like you don't need that. Life is already hard. Life is already, you're already struggling. You have a lot of things to think about. You don't need people to keep rubbing these things in your face, like, oh, like I'm doing this and you can't do it, or like I'm traveling, I'm eating at this restaurant, I'm doing whatever, I'm buying these clothes, I'm, whatever, right? And you feel like you're missing out, and you're stuck in your room, and you're lonely and whatever. Like just that keeps exacerbating your loneliness and your disconnection from reality. You don't need to see that. You don't like. there are some things in life that you don't need to see and you don't need to experience and you don't need to know about, genuinely. And I made a video about this actually in one of my older videos, I think titled The Good Life, something like that. And I argued that there are things in life that you don't need to know, experience. Some people would say, like, oh, I want to experience everything in life. No, you don't, because if you experience some things in life that are bad for you, you might get hooked on them and you might actually love them and you can't forget about them. So, not everything in life is worth doing. And spiritually, that even makes sense because Allah tells us not to go near sin, right? And this is very specific about sin, but like the point is, some things in life you shouldn't even do, shouldn't try. Um, all right, some of the spiritual problems are, first of all, wasted time. This is huge, right? And I say this in the spiritual context because there's a hadith by the Prophet ﷺ, and I'm only paraphrasing here, that when a person dies and they're in the hereafter, they regret, or the Muslim actually, not just a person, the Muslim regrets a single second, I believe, that they hadn't made dhikr basically in this world. So let's say this is a second, or let's say these next 10 seconds, right? I'm sitting in my room and I'm just sat quiet. All right, done. So let's say that was 10 seconds. In the hereafter, I'm going to be like, why didn't I, mention Allah, make dhikr, subhanallah, alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar, anything, to get more ajr. So if you think about it like this, and how we're going to be so regretful in the hereafter because of that, makes you wonder how much time we're actually wasting with this social media garbage. Just, social media is essentially like a swamp made for people who have no direction in life. If you have no direction in life, no ambitions, no nothing, come here, come to the swamp, swim in the mud, right? Swim in the dirt, whatever, and keep distracting yourself, keep doing all of these things, and you don't need to think about anything else. Just keep enjoying the dirt, keep enjoying the harm that you're causing yourself, and exist there, right? Because you don't know what to do. But if you know what to do, you're gonna, get out of that swamp, wash yourself, wash all of that dirt off, and go do something else, that's intentional. Because social media attracts people who are not intentional, people who are existing. And I don't mean to be judgmental. I'm not like looking down on people, because I am, like, I used to be that, and I'm kind of like that as well right now. Like, I'm not the most intentional person. Sometimes I wake up and I just like scroll on my phone for like, I don't know, an hour maybe. It happens. Like, I'm a human being. I'm trying. But the point is, we waste a lot of time. It's ridiculous. And I think we need to be real with ourselves. Also, it can distance you from Allah, social media, or it can bring you closer, obviously. Like, hopefully my videos, hopefully inshallah, I'm trying to be a good, addition to the world and to bring people closer to God. But it can distract you from Allah, it can pull you away from Him through sin, right? And if not sin, just pointless stuff. So as I said, like football matches, whatever, maybe not necessarily haram, but like not good either. Like, why are you wasting hours watching football videos, or wasting hours watching, I don't know, makeup videos? What is this? We're better than that. We should have goals and ambitions, right? And if it's sin, it's obviously haram. Is even worse. So it's music. It's people wearing revealing clothes, whatever it is, right? That can really mess up your heart, and you're not going to be able to connect with Allah as well or as you want to, just because your heart is so distracted. And finally, I think social media makes us consumers rather than creators. And I was very much a consumer my whole life. Like, I've always just consumed, playing games, watching videos, being on social media, whatever. Like, I was never trying to create anything. But lately, when I really like hit rock bottom, like, I found that life was just, so boring. Like, what am I doing? Even though I'm like pursuing a really good career and like good academic endeavor, I found that, like, I feel like I'm much better than that. I feel like I should be doing something, And then I watched a video of a Muslim woman on YouTube. Her name is Milhan Corner, Philosopher's Corner, and I would urge you to check out her YouTube channel. It's really, really, really good. I like it. She said, like, Muslim men should make YouTube channels and should actually go out and speak more, And I noticed that there's a gap in English speaking Muslim men. Even though I'm an Arab, my first language is Arabic, I would rather speak in Arabic. I'm much more fluent in Arabic and I know how to express myself better in Arabic. But the point is, I want to reach a bigger audience. I want to reach the whole world because I think Arabs have a lot of good Muslim men that are teaching them stuff or there's so many or so much good content made by Arabic or Arab Muslim men in Arabic. So I don't think there's a shortage in that essentially, but I think there's a huge shortage in English Islamic content. And this is where I'm coming in. And I think being bilingual and being fluent in both languages, I think have a pretty um, good way of connecting both cultures, like both, like the Arabic and the English, if that makes sense. But that's a digression, sorry. So yeah, it's just a point about consuming and not being a creator. So being creators or being a creator is better than being a consumer. And I urge you to make your own YouTube channel and like share with the world some good. All right. So yeah, next part is what happened when I quit. So as I said, like I've been trying to quit for, or I had been trying to quit, right? Because I've already quit it. I've already quit. So yeah, I'd been trying to quit for years, but I would like delete the app, and then I would reinstall it, and then have my account back, and then I would use it. And I wasn't making much progress essentially. But when I deleted my account, that was that. That was it, right? I found that I had a lot of time, which is interesting, and it was a bit scary because I noticed that you know what, you actually have so much time and you can't kid yourself anymore. You can't tell yourself like, oh, I don't have time, like I can't do anything, I can't read, I can't memorize Quran, I can't make dhikr, I can't make these YouTube videos. But that was all excuses. And I was wasting my time with social media. As I said, I was swimming in that swamp because, I didn't want to face the reality that I had time. So when I quit social media, the first thing that appeared to me like instantly was time. I had so much more time, and that was my sign that you need to do something useful with your time. It wasn't easy, obviously. Transitioning from being a consumer to a creator is not the easiest thing to do, but that was the main thing that I realized and found. Second thing is, I found that I was at peace, just like calmness. Like I don't have this like compulsion to consume all of this distracting content that I don't want to consume, right? So I just found like I found more peace essentially. I wake up, it's quiet. Like I wake up in the morning, I don't know, like drink something warm and just like sit there in silence. Like it's really nice. You feel like you're healing. You feel like your brain is getting a break actually. But when you're using social media, it's just constant stimulation, and honestly, it's just so annoying, and it's so like I don't know, it keeps you on the edge kind of. You can't relax. All right. Third thing is I felt like I was getting closer to Allah because I wasn't getting distracted anymore. I wasn't watching sinful stuff. I wasn't listening to sinful stuff. Though I wasn't trying to like actively trying to, I was still getting exposed to it, right? So I'm glad that was like that's gone now. So I feel like I'm just getting closer and closer to Allah without this distraction and that thing that would affect my heart essentially. The fourth thing is I've lost a lot of people because I'm not connecting with people socially anymore. So the only people that remain are actually people who I'm close to. So that essentially filtered out all the people that were just there for, I don't know, acquaintances that I don't really care about, and they don't care about me either. So I mean, I say I don't care about. I don't mean it like in a bad way. Like I cared about them as people, obviously, but like I'm not invested in their life, if that makes sense. So, and I don't think they are in mine either. So I was able to filter out all the people that were not important to me. And yeah, I've ended up with the people that are they're actually important to me, so that's good. And fifth thing is, I found that it's harder to make new friends as well, because everyone that you're going to talk to, they're going to ask for your Instagram, because nobody wants to give you their number, because that's kind of, first of all, it might not be the safest thing, because nobody wants you to like call them or anything like that. Second of all is, um, Instagram is just more, interactive. There are pictures, videos, whatever. I get to know more about you. I can like your pictures, what that kind of thing, right? I can see your updates all the time. But a phone number, you just like it's like there, right? It's like for really old-fashioned like people, kind of. So it's hard because everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, what's your Instagram?" But like for me, I haven't been like making friends that way anymore, like with Instagram, because they would ask me, "Oh, like what's your Instagram?" I would just tell them that I don't use Instagram. I don't use social media. But you'd find that people would actually accommodate for you, and usually I would just take their number and we'd exchange numbers, and I feel like that's better because if I want to reach out to this person and I'm actually invested, they will know that I'm invested because I'm messaging them on WhatsApp or like calling them, and vice versa. They would call me or message me, so you can tell that this person has gone like an extra mile for you, and you can tell that it wasn't that natural for them and it wasn't the easiest, but they did it anyway, so they're actually interested. So it just tells you a bit more about the nature of the relationship right from the start if you want to actually proceed in building a deeper friendship. So that was, I think, the fifth point. Let's see if I have anything else. Oh yeah, sixth point, from a fitness perspective, I just don't have body dysmorphia anymore. Like I look at myself in the mirror, like I'm happy with what I see, like physique wise, muscle wise, all of that, even looks wise. Because at some point I was like getting dragged into this looks maxing thing, even though like alhamdulillah, I've never had any problems with my looks. Like I was never insecure or anything like that. But I kept seeing these like hyper masculine, extremely handsome men. I was like, maybe I can do better or something. And I was like, no, 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 hold on, like this is crazy. Like there is no way I'm gonna be insecure about my looks like after this age, like or in this age, no way. Like I've lived my whole life being secure, alhamdulillah, in that. So I'm not gonna become insecure because of freaking Instagram, you know. So I was like, no, no, this has to stop. So I'm not gonna, because that used to come to me like by my algorithm, because I used to watch a lot of fitness stuff, and a lot of fitness guys are into looks maxing as well, because there's a lot of superficiality in that area. So that was it for me. Yeah, that was 6 points. So I felt like that was going away. I'm being more comfortable in my own skin, like just with my looks, my um, just with my life. I'm not comparing anymore. I'm not. Oh yeah, FOMO as well. Seventh point, no FOMO. So I don't care what people do. I'm not keeping track of what they do. I don't trust me. They're not doing anything interesting. Like anything that they do is not going to be anything worth it, right? Because the only thing that's worth it is your own life. So pay attention to your own life and forget about people. Genuinely. So eighth point is I made this YouTube channel. So I'm still using social media, but it's just YouTube. So which is a lot of people do. I don't think I'm gonna delete YouTube because I watch a lot of Islamic stuff on it and fitness stuff, but I watch it intentionally. That's the difference. Even though I might spend a lot of time on it, sometimes, of course, I'm wasting time, which is not ideal, but at the same time, like I'm, still getting there. But at least it's intentional. And I never use shorts. I don't never use like extremely kind of fast-paced, addictive content. And even in my YouTube channel, I don't make short videos just because, or shorts, just because I think it's not good for our brain. So I'm not gonna do that to my audience, even if it brings more views. I don't care. I'm gonna live up to my values and ideals. I'm not gonna, or live according to my values and ideals. I'm not gonna, succumb to the algorithm. Whatever. I don't care what they do. Um. So shorts. Yeah, I was gonna say something else as well. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah. Oh yeah, this YouTube channel. So I'm creating now, right? I'm trying to create. I'm trying to fulfill my purpose in life because, like getting a degree, pursuing higher education, trying to be, successful person, whatever. All of that is fine and dandy, but I want to contribute something that I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted this. I've always wanted to share my perspective, my reflections on life, my the way I see the world, the way I um, experience life. Not because I'm unique or anything like that. No, just because I'm Muslim and I also have a medical slash mental health background or psychology background. So, and I've always been an introspective person. I love deep thinking and I love deep conversations. I hate small talk and superficiality. So I've always wanted a place to express myself and get ajr for it and help people, which is one of my core values, helping people. So yeah, quitting social media allowed me to do this. And before that, obviously, alhamdulillah, Allah allowed me to do this. So alhamdulillah. So just one last point about what I should do as a person when I quit social media. I think quitting social media is gonna expose you. I don't mean this in a like aggressive, kind of malicious, attacking way. No, I just mean that it's gonna show you you. What's you without the influence of the external world, right? What's you without distraction, right? What's you without anything? Like what's you like in your natural state, right? And yeah, I keep saying what's you, like it's like what are you, but like I was just I don't know. There's the way the pattern of the first sentence was, so I just carried on saying what's you, but like yeah. So what are you when there's no distractions? What are you when the world is quiet? What are you when you're not comparing yourself? What are you when you're not getting this fake sense of fulfillment or achievement from the world? What are you when you're actually being shown that you have free time, you can do whatever you want to do, you can do whatever what you've always wanted to do. The world is yours, you can do whatever you want. Without social media you have so much energy, so much time, because social media can make you quite tired as well, just from the dopamine addiction as well. It can make you quite tired and quite fatigued and yeah, just like a zombie. So I don't have like a specific advice to give when you quit social media, like on what to do exactly. But I think my main advice would be you're actually going to be able to see yourself clearly without social media. You're going to sit in silence. You're going to endure that pain, the loneliness, the emotions that you've been like numbing with social media. You're going to get extra time. You're going to get extra energy. Then you're going to be like, oh, okay, so this is me and this is the reality of my life. I was in that swamp. I wasn't able to see anything like beyond it, and now I'm outside and I need to wash this dirt off and I need to do something. So I urge you to take a good look at yourself and see what you want to do. And it's amazing. Honestly, you're going to be so free. And it's just so nice to not be shackled by these evil corporate like people, right? It's so nice to know that you're in control of your life. You don't need to be a slave to social media. You don't need to do what everyone else is doing. You don't need to be a follower. You have your own personality. You have your own life. All right? You don't need to be one of the herd. Actually, my brother told me something which I really love and it's so interesting. But to be an exceptional person is to be the exception. If you want to be unique, you have to do unique things. There is no way for a person to be successful or to be, again, unique, special, um, whatever, without doing something different. The definition of different is different, right? If you do the same thing as other people are doing, or if you do the same thing as other people, you're going to be like other people. And this is a hard pill to swallow because a lot of people think that, they're naturally unique. And even if I hang out with bad people, even if I use social media, even if I doom scroll, even if I, whatever, I'm still going to be somehow different. No. And I tell this to myself as well. And I've told this to myself many, many times. Like, listen, Faisal, you're not anyone special. You're not, if you keep doing what everyone else is doing, using social media, whatever, succumbing to these societal norms, you're going to be like everyone else. It's not rocket science. But the definition of different is different. And to be an exception, you have to do exceptional things, and vice versa. To be an exceptional person, you have to be the exception. So, one of the most important benefits that you get from quitting social media is being an independent person and being and increasing your self-esteem and your self-worth, and you feel like, you're above this. You don't need to do what everyone else is doing. You don't need to constantly bombard yourself with these distractions. You're above that. You don't need to basically follow the law, the unspoken rule these days, which is you have to have social media, otherwise you're a loser. No, no. You're the loser for using social media all the time and wasting your time, if you want to be judgmental like that. But I'm not going to be judgmental because I don't care, but I'll just focus on myself. But point is, don't be shackled by unspoken rules of the world that everyone else is peer pressured into, because nobody really likes social media. That's a reality. Right. So just to conclude, I quit social media about a year ago and I've never looked back, and I'm feeling great. And I'm gonna improve more and more on this. Maybe, I don't know, even YouTube trying to restrict my time, whatever. We'll see. Or like my time, like usage time, whatever. So you're going to get a lot of benefits spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, a lot of benefits of quitting social media. But the most important thing is when you quit it, look at yourself and see what you want to do with your life, because you're going to have more time, more energy, and then pick a direction in life and try to walk down that direction. And that's it for me today. And I hope that was interesting and eye opening and helpful. And yeah, if you have anything you want to share, please let me know. If you have any topics that you want me to talk about, please let me know. And thank you for watching.